What is up, everybody? Can you hear me? Are we live? I think we're live. Guess I should start with a quick update for people who watch the replay or something and just want to hear what I've got to say up front before all of the questions start getting repeated and stuff. It happens, people hop in, people hop out. Ask me about that backcountry cartridge. We're going to talk about that at least 60 or 70 times tonight. And I can't wait. Looking forward to it. So, today, that's why I was hoping to start at 6. A little bit late because I just got off the bench. Just got done loading some 6.5 Grendel. Saw some 6.5 Grendel lovers in the chat already. Next video is for you guys. We'll be shooting some copper bullets. The video's loaded. Yep, the ammo's loaded, and I'll be on the range with it tomorrow. So, late this week, I'm hoping to have the video ready and posted. Let's see, what else? A couple other things, just kind of general info, in case, you want to know. A lot of people asking about new cartridges, what I'm getting into next. I haven't been shooting. Don't really have much of a gun hobby right now. I gotta learn to love to shoot again. And that means back to the basics. This Grendel, it's 6 arc, it's 6.5 Creedmoor, it's 308. It's the stuff that I love, that I know back to the basics. I've got components ready to go. I've got brass ready to go. I've got all the things ready to go. I just need the interest in actually doing it. So that's going to be the foreseeable future, like this year. Foreseeable future. I'm not going to be chasing every little godforsaken thing that the gun industry's throwing at us. That's how I got burnt out the first time, I think. So yeah, that's kind of the basic update. Video coming really soon. Thanks for watching the last video. I had a whole lot of fun making that 7.5 by 55 Swiss video, and people seem to be enjoying it. So thanks for watching that, and the next one will be up within days. So shouldn't have too much to wait. What is up, everybody? Okay. What hobbies have I been into lately? Playing this game, a little bit of Metroid Dread. We're going to be playing some Metroid Dread tonight. I speedrun the game. Played a bunch. Hey, Bolt Action Reloading, what's up, man? Outside of that, once I have a few videos under my belt and I've got some brass that I need to anneal, I built an annealer. I did a DIY annealer. Induction annealer. So that's one thing I was kind of into. Yeah, that was a pretty big project and took a little while. And at the same time, just asking what hobbies I was into, that got me interested in playing around with Arduinos. And I was messing around with Arduinos a bunch for a while. And I don't know if any of you guys have heard of Ben Eater here on YouTube. He, I built a couple of his kits with his basic computer kits. It's like you build an entire 8-bit computer out of nothing but logic gate chips and wire. It was a lot of fun. Kind of got into that a little bit, and then built one of his 6502 computers, and have been was doing that a little bit last year. So I guess to say I haven't been up to anything isn't completely accurate, but that's about it. Do I plan to revisit the shotgun world? Yes, definitely. And first of all, the last live stream I did, somebody told me, it's like, we were talking about 410. They were like, yeah, bro, 410 3-inch holes are available right now. Liar. That was a lie. Either that or I didn't get over there fast enough, because I went to, Ballistic Products. All the 410 shells are still out of freaking stock. All the holes, the primed holes are out of stock. So I don't know if we're going to get into 410 as soon as I was hoping during the last stream. But got tons and tons of 12 gauge stuff to do. Want to work up a good turkey load with tungsten and bismuth. So I've got some bismuth shot that I want to play with. Got some steel shot we want to play with. Lots of good stuff. Randy doesn't like video games. Well, you know, there's always the option of effing right off out of here. You know, that's an option for you. This stream did not automatically open on whatever device you're watching it on. You came here, so go away. That goes for everybody. How many holes do I need? Well, it's more the fact of like, I don't want to make videos if people can't go and buy the thing and do the thing I'm doing. You know what I mean? Kind of. I'd like for them to have 410 holes available again. That's what would be great. Like, kind of drives me crazy. Like I've got some holes. I've got some used holes that I could use. Like I could get myself into a 410 video. And maybe that's what I should do, is do some basic stuff, get the process down, try out the press that I've never even used, and then go into a holding pattern until holes are available again for any serious like tungsten turkey load work that might attract, you know, people looking for that. It's those frickin' shells are crazy expensive, and you know, you can make them yourself a whole lot cheaper, and it is easy. So I'd like to put out some good info that might help some turkey hunters. But I want stuff to be able, you know, be on the market though. Like the new JRB attitude. It's kind of always been my attitude a little bit, and you know, sometimes I've been extremely mean to people, mean to my audience. Like, you know, it just kind of is what it is. I get it very little though, right? I mean, I need to be less sensitive about it and just let them scream themselves to sleep or whatever. I mean, it's always like, you're going to have haters. Everybody has haters. And like I said, I've been mean to people. I've been absolutely straight up mean to people before. I deserve some haters. There's always, you know, that 1 or 2 dislikes every video. Like the first 10 minutes of the video's up, bam, dislike. Nobody loves you. Nobody follows you closer than your haters. So just need to stop worrying about it. How's the chicken farm going? I don't have any chickens right now. Had some predator issues with my last batch. Plus I was kind of getting annoying. I had overdosed on eggs. I was so sick of eggs. Didn't want to eat any more eggs. I think I'm going to get some more this spring. So yeah, stay tuned. Maybe I'll put some chicken videos on this channel so people can complain about that. It'll be part-time reloading, like 80% reloading, 10% video game live stream reloading chats, and 10% chickens. Maybe I'll make a video of cutting that damn tree out of the range. Put up some homesteading stuff. Haven't found any 410 holes in years. I wonder why not. You know, it's a mysterious shortage. It's like the old 22 shortage from, well, almost 10 years ago now. It was like, you could get most stuff, but for some reason, 22 long rifle was impossible to find. I think they do this crap on purpose. Pigs are long gone. You only keep pigs. You know, if you buy feeder pigs to grow out and slaughter, it's usually just one season, right? So I got them in the spring and then slaughtered them in the fall once the weather went down.
Michael Dufresne super chatted $5. Welcome back.
Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. Appreciate that very much. .410 holes are low due to demand. Most money is made in the 12 gauge world. I guess I need to watch closer. Like if they're available every once in a while, like if a persistent person could pick up some holes every week or two, like that's an okay. Like, but it's just like I've never once in my life opened up Ballistic products and seen 410 holes in stock, ready to rock. Or well, I think they had some of the shorter ones, but like full size, like a turkey hunter would want to load with 3 inch 410 holes ready to rock. Patreon backup? No, it's not. It might be like if I can get in a flow, if I feel like I'm, making videos at a decent pace, then I might throw it back up. And if I do, I'll do it as a per video deal. Like I'm not going back to monthly charging everybody. That way, if I stop making videos, people just stop getting charged. That was a big mistake I made in the past. Because I think you can do like a, they can charge you per video, and then you can do a monthly limit. Like if you wanted to, you could give $10 maximum per month, $5 per video or something like that.
Tony Seed super chatted $4.99. I would love more on making sausage and tasty stick.
You know what? I'd love to do that. I made those 2 years in a row, and they were amazing. Everybody loved them. Family loved them. Gave away a bunch. It was awesome. So I'll do that again this year. Definitely do that again this year. Because I didn't shoot any deer this year. So I'm needing some deer meat, man. Feels weird not to have some deer meat in the freezer. Sign up for their email list, bought and checked back in an hour later. They were out of stock. They don't last long. That might be what I need to do. I need to set up notifications and kind of get a better feel for what it's actually like out there. But yeah, just casually checking every once in a while hadn't been successful for me. Boss will sell the holes if you call them. They're not on the web. Well, that person, anybody who does business like that can just kiss my butt. That sort of garbage drives me crazy. Don't I have the still have the RK25? Should be easy enough to shove out that tree out of the way. I actually got rid of it just recently because I was not using it, and yeah, it was too much money to just be sitting there not being used. I'd put like 40 hours on it in 3 years. And that's no way to treat a tractor. 2.5s are in stock. Yeah, I have seen the 2.5ers in stock.
Robert Rawsing became a member.
Hey, thanks, Robert. Appreciate that. Tannerite the tree out of the range. That's a better idea. That's more fun than a freaking tractor, and a whole lot easier and more fun than a chainsaw. Super easy though, faster than buying online. Do it all the time. Yeah, like just kind of talking in general. Like I hate situations where there's like stock in the back or special customer sort of situations. Assuming it's like that. It might just be they go so fast, even without putting them on the website, that it's not worth the trouble to put them in the normal inventory. I don't know. Any ideas for the Mark 262 series? Absolutely, brother. There's some new powders out there, right? That's really why the Mark 262 series petered out a little bit. It's just kind of ran out of powders to test. And, so yeah, there's new stuff on the market. I'm going to need to better familiarize myself with what's out there and get to making videos. Could do some decent squirrel loads with, yeah, but like with 410 for squirrels is an abomination, right? Like for me, my first gun was my 410, same 410 I've still got now, and that was the thought back then, right? You hand a kid a 410, that's their first. Like, they suck. 410s for squirrels are for experienced hunters. They're not for kids. You know, like the range isn't there. The pellet count's not there. Like, none of it's there. None of it is there. But that would be fun. Like, man, the first 10 or so years I lived here, there were no squirrels around. Absolutely none. It was really weird because I've got a bunch of hickory trees, plenty of oaks and stuff, and there just weren't squirrels. But that has completely changed in the last 5 years. I don't know if an owl or some hawks or something moved out of the neighborhood or whatever, but like, I have got squirrels on top of squirrels over here, and they're really easy to get, so loading up some 410 for those might be fun, just for the challenge. Yeah, get what I'm saying? Yeah, and, you know, it's not like, yeah. Been loving Vitivory powders. Man, Vitivory powders are the best. They just are. They're amazing. They're awesome. And apparently now, you know, it used to be, traditionally, you bought IMR, you bought Hodgdon, you bought whatever because it was cheaper. But now the price is the same.
Clinker Clint super chatted $5. Is there a KY SHOT Show update on the Elite Tactical Warfighter Sling?
No update yet. And, well, to be honest, though, SHOT Show's over with now, right? So by the time I got a video done, it would be no longer topical. But maybe next year. Maybe we'll hear from him next year. Mark's loving his new white oak varmint upper. Gotta love some white oak. Appreciate that, Austin. Solve my candelure confusion from Mark 262. If I'm interested in the details, I can type it up. I'm trying to remember what the candelure confusion is. I mean, I know that, you know, the standard 77 didn't have one, and the only reason Sierra makes them is for the military, right, with the candelure, but...
Sharpshooter CO super chatted $10. Stoked to have you back. Your dedication to reloading is second to none. Thanks for bringing back your content.
Thanks, Sharpshooter. I appreciate that, man. Are the volumes okay? Like the alert volumes and the game in the background, the game music in the background, my voice, am I above all of that crap? Any feedback on audio, the situation would be appreciated.
Chuven became a member.
Hey, Chuven, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Hello from Petawawa, Ontario. What's up, man? Hope things are going good in Petawawa. Sounds good. Audio great. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. I appreciate that very much. Candelure confusion was why there are substantial candelures versus half-assed candelures. Oh. Yeah. 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 If you've got interesting stuff to say about it, that'd be good to hear. I think it was just because Sierra didn't want to screw up their bullets too bad. Maybe I would assume. Don't know what a Wawa is, but I want to pet one now. Isn't that a gas station that Pennsylvanians are strangely proud of?
Pete 7607 became a member.
What's up, Pete? Thanks for becoming a member. Appreciate you, man. Hey, Charles, I appreciate that. I don't know why that didn't trigger a response. I guess, oh, is that a super sticker or something? Maybe? Yeah, maybe the stickers don't. I might have to work on my alerts a little bit. Appreciate that. Mike missed the start. Don't worry about it, man. We're all about repeat questions up in here. Do I have an arrow upper in 5.56? No. The only arrow stuff, like, well, I've got some arrow handguards, I think. But my AR-10 is an arrow precision. Is 28 gauge really a better small game shell than 410? They both seem expensive for what they are. It's a good question. I've never had a 28 gauge. I think with it's like since tungsten is becoming more and more available and I guess, you know, cost effective or whatever, the whole shotgunning world just needs reassessed. Like 28 gauge is probably a hammer with freaking tungsten. So, like, I don't know, would a 28 gauge with tungsten be a good goose load or, you know, waterfowl? I don't know. We're just at a point where you can fit so much tungsten into a 12 gauge that it's absurd. I think Wawa brand iced tea has a cult following. We've got some of the other ones around here. The sheets, like we got the sheets. I don't have one super close to me, but there's at least some within reasonable driving range. But yeah, apparently Wawa, they got some Wawa pretzels are pretty good. There you go. '28 is coming back, baby. It seems like that would be a really good time. .28 gauge is cool, so is 16. Arrow equals arrow. That's what I assumed. I've definitely never had an arrow lower, ARROW, or upper, so I just assumed arrow, AERO. She'd started in PA? Okay, maybe I've got them mixed up. Wawa is garbage. See, people get like really strong. You're talking about a gas station, brother. Gas station. Is it really garbage? What's the Buc-ee's down in Texas or down there somewhere? I don't know where all Buc-ee's is. I've never been to a Buc-ee's, which I assume it's like a extra white trashy Walmart with gas pumps is kind of what I'm getting. Like you can get a kayak and a beef jerky or plus fill up your tank, that sort of thing. Casey's, yeah, I've heard of Casey's General Store, right, or something like that. More than a gas station. Sheets forever. The food is garbage. Okay. Yeah, because you go in, there's all the little kiosks where you order your food and all that. Okay, yeah, I got you. Tungsten in a 12 mini shell would be interesting. Yes, and I've like considered that, and I guess what I'm worried about, and it just comes from my inexperience and lack of knowledge in the subject, but it's like you got this big old, you know, wad full of tungsten going forward, and I wonder if coming out of a mini shell where there's going to be a significant gap between the end of the hull and the forcing cone and stuff, if that would cause additional problems with tungsten and, you know, tungsten related wear or problems in the chamber. I don't know. That might not be a thing. That might not be a real thing that anybody should worry about. But like in my brain and like my mental model of how a shotgun shell works and how that wad kind of transitions from the hull into the barrel through the forcing cone, like it bends my brain a little bit, brother. It really does. You want good gas station food, come down here to South Louisiana. I worked in Louisiana a bunch, all those drive-through margarita joints. That was interesting to see. Apparently you just drive around sipping on margaritas. Or daiquiris. Daiquiris, that's what it was. You just drive around drinking daiquiris all day. Hey, thanks, Aaron. I appreciate you, man. Is bismuth or some other alloy approaching TSS at less than $8 a shot? Unfortunately, no. Like, tungsten is better than lead. Like, a lot better than lead. Bismuth is not quite as good as lead. If that kind of... You know, you got... Steel sucks ass. Bismuth is pretty good, almost as good as lead. Then you got lead, which is the good old standby. And then you've got tungsten that's winning the race by a mile. Different place for the drive-thrus. Okay, or maybe it's been like 10 years or 15 years since I was down there, so maybe. Weight density, exactly. And that's why, like, with tungsten, or say, so the traditional lead turkey loads would be number 4 or 5 or 6, or a combination thereof. And for tungsten, it's number 9. Most people are shooting 9. And if you've ever handled those shot sizes, like, a massive difference. So it's like, that's kind of the weight equivalent. A pellet of number 9, a piece of shot of number 9 tungsten is as heavy as like a 5 or 6 lead. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Bismuth is the next element past lead. I was told there would be no chemistry. Get my periodic table. Is it below lead? It's in the same column as lead? It's not to the right or left of lead, right? Been a while. What's up, Bocamp? How you doing? Want barium shells? Half ounce of number 9 tungsten out of a 410 is more effective for ducks than 1 1/4 number 2 steel 12 gauge, at least on paper. Yup. It just kind of changes the game. And you know, there's a whole bunch of tungsten, cheaper tungsten, that's a little bit less. Kind of like, well, I think heavy, like the heavy shot and stuff. Like there's.
C's 33 super chatted $10. Welcome back. Can't wait to see this new series.
Hey, thanks, C's. I really appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that very much. But yeah, there's additional. I think it's like pure tungsten is like 18 or 19. What is it, grams per cc or whatever, and then they've kind of filled in between lead and tungsten with some other alloys that are, you know, kind of in between, that are a little bit more affordable. Just a little bit, like it's all still pretty expensive. Hey, thank you, Purple Icicle. By the way, it's to the right of lead. Interesting. Yeah, heavy's about 13 grams per cubic centimeter. Yeah, there's 15, 18. There's, yeah, TSS is 18. Yeah, there you go. I think, isn't lead like 9 or 10, maybe somewhere around there? Have I ever loaded 7mm 08? I have not. Nope, never even fired a 7mm 08. Pretty cool cartridge, though. Lead's 12. What kind of work do you do? You know a lot about a lot. I am a part-time butterfly catcher and a social media influencer. Do you feel influenced right now? I can be effective. You can cancel your therapy. I'm back. This is not medical advice, but yes, absolutely, you can do that. Interesting to seeing use the copper bullets. More states are looking to ban lead for hunting. Exactly. It's coming. The lead police are coming. We've got tons of bullets on the market. We should be ready, right? When the lead ban, nationwide lead ban finally hits, I don't want to hear anybody complaining that they don't have a load or they can't get, like you've had years and years and years. Years. So, and I'm in that boat. I've shot some lead, especially like, 300 Blackout Supers, the really soft lead stuff. That was awesome. Those perform amazing, but for the rifle stuff, every time I've tried, the accuracy's been like okay, 1.5 groups or something like that, and that's good enough. It's good enough for me. I should be hunting with copper. So that's why I was planning to hunt with copper last fall. That's why I already had this video planned and ready to go. So, but yeah, that video will be out later this week with 6.5 Grendel, and also I've got some heavier ones for 6.5 Creedmoor. So after this Grendel video, there's going to be a Creedmoor video that's almost exactly like it. I've got some barns I've got 100 grade barns and 120 grain barns, and then I've got some cavity back bullets that someone had sent me a couple years ago. So I've got 105 grain cavity back bullet. It's like MCX or M something or other, and then I've got a 120 grainer, a heavier one in that. So the heavy ones I'm going to test in Creedmoor, the light ones I'm going to test in the Grendel. And like I said earlier, I've already loaded the ammo. Actually, that's why the stream was a little bit late getting started. I had, loaded them today. Hope I'm going to be on the range with them tomorrow. Hey, R. Tabor, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Is there a downside to lead-free? Number one, the bullets are $1 a piece. That's kind of the going rate. You're going to pay $1 per bullet. And the other is that accuracy is just not quite as good as the traditional lead core, cup and core construction type. Weight distributions, physics, I don't know what it is. It's just not as good. It's harder to find that perfect accuracy. So those are the downsides. But the upsides, you're not getting lead in your meat, that sort of stuff. And plus, let's say, the entire or most of the hunting world voluntarily moves to copper or non-lead stuff. Like, that kind of protects lead, we don't want the really goofy types of laws that will impact bullet casters and just recreational people that want to shoot lead cheaply. Like, we don't want that to be illegal, right? We need to protect that. So if all of the hunting stuff kind of naturally moves to the lead-free options, then that feels like the best thing. Jump the coppers more than lead. I need to do more testing. I just really do. And actually, the ones for the Grendel, I'm loading them at magazine length, or actually short of that, 2.260 standard AR magazine length. And I'm going to have about almost 100 thousandths a jump with both of them, I think. .5 cm makes you think anti-aircraft instead of Creedmoor. Cleaning the barrel to get better accuracy. You'll invest a lot more to get there. Yeah. Well, because don't the super, long range, giant caliber guys, all those guys shoot big, monolithic copper, I think. So they got to be getting decent accuracy.
Dorifuto super chatted $10. Thank you for the videos. I've enjoyed them very much. Hoping for some more 6.5 PRC videos.
Thank you very much, Dorifuto. Appreciate that very much. Black Hills released a new version of the Mark 262 with tipped match kings. Should be an easy video. Yeah, I haven't I haven't really shot a ton of tipped match kings. A few here and there, and I've got some, but I haven't tried the 77s yet, and I haven't shot them enough to love them. I guess got a one magic range trip, and it'll be my favorite bullet. I need that to happen. Hey Chris, hope things are going well in Australia. Penetration is a definite upside too. More confident taking harder quartering shots because of copper. Yeah, and I will say that kind of depends on the design. There's some soft copper stuff. There's some fragmenting designs and whatnot. But yeah, for the most part, the copper designs meant for medium and large game. That's what they do. They hold together. Deep penetration, just exactly the sort of way I like my bullets to perform. What's the worst part about reloading? Trimming. Trimming just sucks. Yeah, just brass prep in general, but specifically trimming, I really do hate it. Hey, thanks, BB. But I think the 6.5 Grendel 120 grain gold dot is a good 200-yard bullet. They seem to underperform in your gel test as they are made for 6.5 Creed. Yes, I did kill a deer with that load. I killed 2 deer with that load. So it gets the job done, but I would not be overconfident in it. I think it's a marginal application. Lehighs came down in price. How are coppers working with larger, slower, straight wall stuff? I'm not sure. I know, there's 300 blackout subsonic, the really soft stuff made for those, and I've got some experience with those and shot a deer with subsonic 300 blackout. But you just, you got to match the application to the bullet pretty carefully with coppers, and I'm sure there's stuff out there made for the larger, slower, straight wall stuff. Oh, there's been some videos about cleaning it for accuracy. That's true, Paul. Worst part of reloading is the need to be organized. That is very true. I've got notebooks on top of notebooks on top of notebooks and Google Drives full of spreadsheets and random info, and I can't keep track of what's going on, man. It's like every time I sit down, like the first time right now. That's probably going to happen here in the next couple months is I'll make a video and somebody will be like, dude, you already made this exact same video. You shot that exact same combination in 2019. Or okay. It happens. Buzz is looking forward to the annealer. I think you were looking. Yeah, I think it's a guy in New Zealand. It's like NZMK or MKNZ. It's he's got a board, and a kit and instructions and stuff you can order and all that. So probably so. I don't think there were any other options. I think he was the only one making it. Bobby's using Shooter's World powders and a bunch of stuff and enjoying it. I've shot a little bit, and all right, we've had our first internet outage of the evening. That happens. I've got Starlink. Sometimes it loses the satellites, and it's got to find a satellite. So if you guys can hear me, let me know. Make sure we're back up and running. In the last stream, YouTube was pretty good at dealing with the outages. Just a quick hiccup and moves on. But man, whenever I try streaming on Twitch, it's a pain in the butt. Every time that happens, the whole stream drops. Everybody has to refresh their screen. Everybody has to, you know, start over and come back. Any idea on beginner reloading setup in 2025? I honestly haven't looked at the market. Like, I don't know if anybody's got any new kits out or anything, but I think the market's the same. That's the good thing about this hobby. Nothing really changes. There's nobody out there trying to reinvent the wheel. So the old advice is probably just fine for current day. Stubb says, depends on velocity. I'd have no problem taking deer to 400 with your Grendel with the 120 gold dot. Only a couple in the 250 to 280 yard range, running in a 24-inch gun. See, that's part of my handicap in Grendel is shooting that 18-inch barrel. I am really struggling for velocity. So I kind of wish I could find a copper with a limited ceiling, with a limited max velocity that would maybe give me a little bit more terminal performance on the lower end. If I could find one of those bullets that says do not shoot past 3,000 feet per second or it'll come apart, that sort of deal. That's the sort of bullet I kind of need. Have I ever tried any tools to put a cantilure on a bullet? No, I have not. I've never tried to cantilure a bullet. Great thing about reloading is that you can shoot the same load over and over and still be testing for consistency. That's true, but I don't know if it's great. It's a little bit aggravating sometimes. Not a bad outage. Okay, looks like we're all back. Do I still have the arc? Absolutely. Yeah, I'm looking forward. Like, I haven't really shot the arc a ton. I think the last time I was looking to shoot it, I think probably my last video was whenever we converted some Grendel brass, and then like that went fine. And then like the very next video, I ended up with a bunch of problems with, like I had kind of, the belt. I don't know, I maybe went too high on pressure or something, but kind of had the belted arc problem where the cases just weren't right, and I was like, oh my god. You couldn't find brass at the time. It was a mess. So hopefully now, Starline brass is available. I guess brass is available. You can get back into the arc with a little bit more confidence. Because that kind of drove me crazy and killed my enthusiasm for the project there for a little bit. That music is spooky. Hey, the game is called Metroid Dread. Go back to the main screen. There we go.
Small 383 super chatted $10.
Hey, Small Fry, thank you very much, brother. I appreciate that very much. It is greatly appreciated. Do I ever plan to revisit the Valkyrie? No. I actually gave that barrel away. Should get into 458 SOCOM. Given a long enough lifespan, I'd like to try everything. It's just like I don't have a good use for it. Like stuff stuff that I want to hunt with. And I mean, I guess 458 SOCOM is. Does it have uses? People deer hunt with that? I don't know. You know, I'd probably be better to go with like. Yeah. Too many things to try, man. Randall's Reloads, your Bass Pro's even stock in the ARC family. I think ARC's here to stay, man. It's a great cartridge. It's an absolutely great cartridge. I think everybody should pick one. They should either have a Grendel or an ARC. Too much overlap to have both. You know, I'm a sicko. Don't really need both. But you should have one of them. Like if a guy wanted to have 3 ARs and wanted some variety in his life, yeah, of course you got to have a 223, 5.56, you know, just the old standard cheap ammo. You know, yeah, you got to have that. And then you get a 300 blackout, and then you get either an ARC or a Grendel. Now I say that, and of course that's very specific to me. It's a lot of options. Load a subsonic 300 grain 458 SOCOM round would be good enough for whitetail. Michael's 6 ARC crew checking in. Listen, man, all of it's amazing. It's because it comes from the 6 PPC lineage. That's another one. We need to pull out the old bench rest rifle and shoot some 6 PPC just for the giggles. What if I can only have a bolt gun? If I could only have one bolt gun, it's like, okay, you're now limited to one gun, bolt action rifle. It would probably be a PRC. It'd probably be a 300 PRC, although I've never even shot a 300 PRC. I don't think I've ever even held a 300 PRC, but like I just, for stupid reasons, have a lot of affinity for 30 caliber. But 6.5 PRC, the 7 PRC, one of the PRCs. It'll kill anything that shits. Most of them. Happy Newt got a Ruger Ranch in 6.5 Grendel. Hey, thanks, Small Fry. Appreciate you, brother. I'd have a blast with 450 Bushmaster. I think maybe that is one, like there's so much 458 SOCOM versus 450 Bushmaster. Aren't those the two? They're pretty comparable, and you know, a lot of 6 ARC versus Grendel energy in the community. You know, people like one, hate the other. It's like that, everything's good, man. It's all good. Why are we fighting? Let's not fight. Yep, need to pull out the arbor press for the 6 PPC bullet seating. That's a fun process just for the novelty of it. Plan to have 3 different lowers set up. One for 3-gun, one is an SBR, and one for long range, then move uppers between them. That's kind of what I have. Yeah, I've got my SBR upper. I've got the little, what's that little minimalist stock on it? It's kind of a, you know, nice SBR lower. And then I've got a, I call it my hunting upper with the, what is it, Magpul. I don't know, it's got one of the lighter Magpul stocks on it. It's kind of a good standard gun, and then I've got kind of the bench upper that's got the Magpul crap, what is that called? The Magpul PRC? Is that right? PRS? Was it I don't know. The big long Magpul, the big Magpul. Yeah, thanks, Bass. Now the PRS. Yeah, Magpul PRS. And then my AR-10 lower, I ended up just putting a Magpul PRS on that thing as well, because the gun's already 300 pounds. What's a little bit of extra stock weight going to hurt? .458 Bushmaster beat the SOCOM with the straight wall stuff. SOCOM is nearly dead. Gotcha. 6.5 Grendel with 90 grain spear TNTs with benchmark getting 3,000 feet per second out of your 22-inch Ruger Predators. Nuts. There's some fun stuff to be done with the Grendel. Do I have an opinion on the 7 backcountry? Yes. From all that I've heard, you can't reload it, so it is not at all interesting to me. A lot of hype, though. I'm surprised it took this long to get the first person to mention it. Last live stream, man, every 5 minutes. When are you getting a 7mm backcountry, brother? Like, this is a reloading channel. What are you talking about? Apparently they're promising reloading, maybe. Yeah, I'll consider it once there's products on the market. How far away am I from the Clinton house? Be a cool video for 1 mile or 1.25 miles. I have never even heard of the Clinton house, so probably a little ways away. Just guessing. Did I ever clone M118LR? Just built an M110. Yeah, I think I did. It was kind of a one and done video. Because you look at all the documentations out there for the load, like, you know exactly what bullet they use. It's in the documentation that they use H1000, so it was kind of more like read the military document, put the load together, and like, there it is, it shoots. I've got a video on it. But I don't think we ever really followed up and tried to duplicate the performance with other powders. Yeah, it's steel case. It's like some sort of 2-piece steel case, I guess. Something like that. So, like, whatever. I'm not, like I mentioned earlier, it's time for me to get back to the basics. You know, I'd rather reload 223 than some new godforsaken crap that just came out of SHOT Show or whatever. I just need to get back into it. It's like Chris says, are you back for now, Johnny? I don't know, man. I hope so. The problem right now is, like, I've just had very little interest in guns and shooting in general, and didn't shoot at all in 2024. I need to get back into the hobby. I need to find some interest. Hey, what's up, Red Raider? Doing all right? How about yourself? H1000 vaporware, really? That sucks to hear. I think I got a couple pounds laying around, but I was hoping most of the powder shortages were behind us. Bolt Action Reloading was saying 8208 XBR is impossible to find. That's one of the powders I'm using in the next video, so suck it, losers. I've got mine. What calibers can or should be pushed faster? I used to have the arrogance to answer that question with some ideas, but, like, man, if there was more to get out of something, the factory ammo makers would have done it. You know, like, for the most part, you're not going to beat factory ammo performance in velocity and stuff like that. So just, you know, be careful, I guess. But, you know, there are some old cartridges like the super performance powders, and like new powders come along that can push cartridges pretty hard. But Thought they quit making 8208 XBR? God, I hope you're wrong, Ojive. That would be horrifically bad news. That would be really bad news. I love that powder. I wish it didn't have a reflective label because it's hard to video. But I hope it doesn't go away. STX just loaded his first cartridge ever, 257 Weatherby Magnum. Nice. That is amazing to hear. Most powders are in rotation, but not enough to stay on the shelves. Yeah, chunky. Just got to stick with what I love, what I have the most fun with. Absolutely. For you, it's 300 Blackout and 308. Those are two on my list as well. You know, I've got all the stuff. I've got bullets on top of bullets. I got a stockpile of crap. Like, I just need to shoot through what I know and what I liked and what I bought. And like, let's take a 308 and try some goofy bullet. That is more fun than trying something completely new. Just to try and, grow my YouTube channel and interest more people. Maybe 2026 we'll get back into that sort of crap. But 2025, back to basics. Try and get out videos at a reasonable rate. Don't want to get into 338 Razorback. I've literally not heard of 338 Razorback yet. Reloader 26 is gone. I did hear about that. .8208 XBR is made in Australia. They still make it here. It's called Benchmark 8208. We've got a Benchmark as well over here in the US. And Benchmark and 8208 XBR aren't too far apart from one another. I think Benchmark's a little bit faster burning, a little lower charge weights, but they're both good powders. They're both great powders. Lazy Bum bought some 8208 XBR 6 months ago. Just have to keep your eyes open. Gotcha. Do I have any more of those 22 Sabos for 30 cal? Maybe some 22 projectiles in 308 like I did in 300 Win Mag? I'll have to look. I think I do. That was a pretty big bag of them. I bet I've got some. But I'll tell you what, if I didn't even... it just shows how naive I am to the wider gun world. I didn't realize how controversial those things are, because there's no rifling marks on bullets, and matching rifling marks to firearms and stuff is a big thing in law enforcement. So you throw a plastic Sabo in the middle and it there's some shady uses, and I guess that's why the factory ammo, or some of the factory ammo, got pulled off the market. Maybe like there was a little bit of a pearl clutching panic or whatever about bullets that you could shoot and not leave rifling marks. So, maybe I'll make another video, but maybe not. Maybe that's just trying to get banned. Love the gun collection reloads the most. Yeah, I've got a lot of crap in the safe. I've got a lot of crap in the safe that I'm never going to sell, can't sell. I've got some that, technically belongs to other family members. Like, I've got a 25-06. It's a freaking pre-64 Winchester action. Why have I not made any videos on that yet? Well, because I don't really like 25-06 and I don't have bullets and whatever. But, like, I should do that before I do some... 6.9 backcountry or whatever. Found AR comp at Brownells in Mid-South recently. I need to get some AR comp. That's one powder I'm running low on that I know for a fact that I love, and I'll never regret buying a jug of AR comp. Never considered that aspect of the Sabos. Now I need some. It didn't even occur to me until some comments in that video came in, and it was like, Oh, okay. Like, this video could make some people mad, maybe. You can only have a bolt gun. Is it worth getting 300 blackout for subs? Not suppressed. Just load some 308 subs. Nah, I don't think so. Like, if you don't have a suppressor, subsonics are, like, I don't know, shoot 22 long rifle or something. Unless, I can always come up with a reason to do it. Like, maybe you shoot a bunch of other 30 caliber stuff and you just want a little plinker or something. Sure, why not? And there's a really affordable 300 blackout bolt rifles available. So, I wouldn't call you a moron for having one, but it's hard to come up with a good reason to really push one or really suggest it. What's the next cooking video? Y'all want some cooking videos? That's the other thing I could put on this channel just to make some people mad. I need to make some biscuits. I like to make a gigantic batch of buttermilk biscuits and then freeze them. Pop them in the oven in the morning. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Cook them from frozen, just like the ones you buy at the grocery store in the frozen section. Just make them yourself. I've got a pretty good recipe. Maybe I'll make a biscuit video. Hey, take it easy, Frank the Tank. Glad you could stop by, man. Hope I'm back to stay. I do too, man. Like, I'd like to get back on the horse. I don't know why this channel ever took off, right? Like, let's be honest. It's kind of a miracle. It's a relic of an early time on YouTube when, yeah, things were different. And people still want to see it. So, why not, right? Why not? If I can just get excited, get going again, start making videos, no reason to stop. 110 grain Accubonds in that 25-06 will crush deer. Yeah, it's a great cartridge. $43.50 biscuits. JRB biscuits and gravy cooking video. Getting hungry as we speak. I might do it just for the fun of it. It's funny. After my last live stream, I popped open the YouTube analytics for the first time in, a year and a half, or probably even longer than that, because the later times whenever I was making videos, I didn't really care. Like, let this channel die, give me a reason to leave. But, like, after that live stream, I lost like 30 subscribers. At first I'm like, man, people really hate live streams. But it's like, no, that's, like, maybe that was some of it. But most of it is, reloading is a transient hobby. Shooting is a transient hobby, right? You kind of get into it, you get your guns, you get a safe full of stuff. Maybe you're a prepper or whatever, you get prepped and then you move on to doing something else. It's a hard hobby. Like, you guys that just non-stop sustain interest in guns and reloading are made of different parts than I am. Like, I just can't do it. And it seems like a lot of people are that way. Like, get into it and then get out of it. And then maybe you come back later and it's still there. It's still the same as it ever was. Nothing new is happening. Absolutely nothing of importance was released at SHOT Show. How do I know? I don't. I haven't looked into it. I haven't watched a single video. I just know because that's how the gun industry works. Nothing has changed. Ever. In 50 years. Yeah, Paul, when he found my channel, everyone else reloaded, acted like they were scared to talk about load data. There was a lot of that. There was, and kind of the before YouTube, there was a big forum culture, right? Lots of very active and, important forums in the hobby, and all of that was, don't share load data, don't talk about load data, don't talk about any of that. Where's your manual? Where's your, official load data? And that's like good, I guess, and maybe they were worried about legal consequences and stuff, but like it's not as big a deal as people have always made it out to be, right? Conan has not touched his reloading bench in over 2 years. Shame. Shame. But see, Joe's going on 35 years of shooting and no sign of slowing. I think what might be able to pull me in and keep me in like that would be, if you had a range that had some matches and you got into the kind of the flow of weekly matches and stuff. Like back when I was a teenager, I was really big into archery. We shot 3D archery every single weekend. I was shooting every single day. We were traveling all over the country. All summer long, it was archery. All winter long, it was indoor archery. It was all archery all the time. And I loved it from when I started as a 12 or 13-year-old until, well, I left for the military is really when it just kind of had to stop. It got hard to keep a bow with me and find a place to shoot and all of that. And just priorities changed in life. But the competition is what sustained me. But, if I had a hobby of just sitting down fletching arrows every day, like that's kind of what reloading feels like, right? Just building new arrows every week. Haven't had time. It's a time suck, man. It is a gigantic time suck. It takes everything out of you. The world of web forums has come a long way since the early 2000s. Yeah. And I think kind of the leaders of that forum era, it was, and I think a lot of it came from, like, they had to moderate so much garbage, like trying to moderate a forum or a Discord server or anything is exhausting because people suck ass. Most people are awful. They're just terrible. And like eventually that just kind of like they were angry old dudes that like wouldn't let you do anything. Is what it felt like at the time to me. But you kind of got to get it. Like, you got to understand just how it goes, I guess. Do I have any instruments? Play an instrument? I used to play the banjo at one point in my life, but nope. Logan, about to put your first batch of rounds together. CFE 223, 55 grain VMAX, CCI 400s. I hope they shoot well for you, brother. Hope it all goes together just like you're planning. Banjo string. I don't have a banjo anymore. Yeah, there's a Discord server. There's the main reloading, the big reloading Reddit Discord server, and I know Big E. I haven't seen him, I don't think, today, but he's got a Discord server. Like, yeah, you guys moderate that crap. Somebody else, there's never going to be another Johnny's Reloading Bench Discord server because I don't want the moderation responsibility. They all turn into just political cesspools. Yep, Gordon's Reloading Tool has a Discord. That's true as well. The ham radio world is wild with old dudes. I worked in the commercial side of that world. So, like, I have a little bit of experience with hammies. Banjo and Biscuits sounds like a good April Fool's Day video. I'm the OG of going against the reloading nonsense BS, and maybe that's why That's kind of the basics of why my channel got popular. You know, I wasn't making remarkable content necessarily or anything. I didn't have the guard up like a lot of people talking about reloading did at that time, maybe. I don't know. It's all just luck, to be quite honest with you. Hey, take it easy, Albert. Can't wait for me to get back into 6 arc. Just got one. Can't wait to hand load for it. I'm kind of looking forward to it as well. I've got a lot of 6mm bullets. Because, you know, my grandfather shot the PPC, shot a lot of 243. I need to make some more 243 videos. I've got like lots of 6mm bullets where I could try some pretty goofy stuff in 6 arc. It would be fun. Got a question. Why can my 38 shoot factory 357, but there are different specific load data for rifles or pistols? I'm trying to remember exactly. Like, you know, I've got some 357 videos, and I had a Henry carbine and a pistol. I think it mainly came down to the powders, and you could use the slower burning powders in a rifle because you had all that barrel to use. I don't know. I feel like I've lost my mind here. I can't come up with a decent answer to that question. Any of you 357 folks out there, give him some info. Just regular dude trying shit out, not trying to be some kind of personality or whatever. I think, to be honest with you, probably more than anything, it was my enthusiasm to show my mistakes, right? I don't think I've never wanted to hide when I did something stupid. I wanted to spotlight it and explain it and talk about how dumb I was. And like, that's how I've always learned, man. Like, I don't like it when people just hit the high points and show me the easy stuff, and then you're left to do it yourself, and you're like, why didn't they cover all of this crap? Your tactical banjo bluegrass video. Now I gotta go buy a banjo somewhere. Alright, I gotta catch up here. 220 Swift build win. Getting 4,600 out of mine with 36 grain varmint grenades. Someone with more talent could probably score. Well, you're going to need a new barrel about the time you're done with that box of bullets, but enjoy it while it lasts. No, so 220 Swift was my grandfather's favorite cartridge. Like, literally his Wi-Fi password was Swift 220. It was, yeah, like he loved 220 Swift. That was his favorite groundhog cartridge. And that's actually the 25-06 that I've got. That was the original barrel for that rifle. Like, once he shot the 220 Swift barrel out, he was he felt like he was too old to replace it and didn't think he would get the use out of it, so just put the 25-06 back on there. But I'd love to put it back to 220 Swift. I've got the old barrel. I'd like to just duplicate exactly what he had and put it back the way it was whenever he enjoyed it the most. So maybe that's a 2026 project. Going to cost some money, though. All right, Paul, okay, that's what I was thinking. He said all of the published 357 load data is safe in pistols and rifles, but a slow powder doesn't work well in a 2-inch barrel, and a fast powder isn't good in an 18-inch barrel. Okay, that's kind of what I was remembering or thinking, but I was afraid there might be some other more important thing that I couldn't remember. Stuck cases, stuck bullets, missing primers, all that stuff happens and people rarely show it. You've been getting a belt on your 6-arc brass about the 3rd or 4th load. Any advice on how to fix it? We were talking about that just a little bit ago, but like that's the last thing I can remember about 6-arc. Is I had gotten into it, I ran out of brass, I had formed some 6.5 Grendel brass into 6-arc, and then like, yeah, the second load I started getting belts on my brass, and it was like, I just didn't care, I didn't want to deal with it, I didn't know. I mean, so yeah, I don't know. I'd be curious to hear it. Like, was that originally Grendel brass that you formed? Is that factory 6-arc brass? Is that something that has been happening a lot? Is that people been talking about it out there in the community? And I guess the obvious answer is your loads are probably too hot. You know, you probably need to back it down a little bit. But I don't know for sure, and that's, you know, whenever I get to 6-arc here very, very soon, that'll definitely be a major topic of discussion, I think, especially if I keep running into the problem. It was the talking hands that did it for you. Some people can't resist the talking hands. G-Style's got to change his password now. Smiles per gallon, buddy. Yeah, that's true. I stayed away from the how many watermelons will a 50 BMG go through while gun bunnies twerk. What's my favorite 80s hair brand? I think you mean hair brand, I would say. I don't know. I was little. I was very, very little, man. So let's see. Nevermind, Nirvana's Nevermind dropped in, 92? I was 14. So, like, the hair bands of the 80s were, like, when I was really little.
Brian B. Super Chatted $20. Put this towards the 220 Swiftry Barrel Fund.
Thanks, Brian. I appreciate that. That's what we're going to start up a fund. We've been down that road before. So, like, all 80s hair bands to me are like the old, that's my brother's music, his generation's music. He's a little bit older than I am. But like, I don't have fondness for any of them. Like, by the time I got old enough to start picking my own music, it was a whole new world, man.
David Hanson Super Chatted $5. Welcome back.
Thank you, David. I appreciate you. But yeah, Whitesnake's coming to mind. I can dig some Whitesnake. Sergeant of Arms sells a belt buster die, $65 for 6-arc. Are the belts becoming that common? That's not good. Let's see more playing around with 300 black specific bullets and 300 Win Mag. Have I seen the Derico Primer Cedar die? The Primer Cedar die? That you can change the primer seating depth. No, I haven't seen that. is it like the old Lee priming? What did they call that priming kit they used to have? But yeah, but it's got like an adjustable depth. Seems interesting. Can we get some "Don't Blow Your Face Off" t-shirts? Maybe. Maybe one of these days. I need to catch up with chat here. Falling behind. Bobby's a Metallica man. See, Metallica doesn't count. Like, they were definitely not a hair band. Same thing, Pantera. They released a hair band album, but that does not count. Absolutely whatsoever. It's what happened in the 90s that matters. And same thing, like, you know, Metallica and when the Black Album come out, and yeah, they were never what I would consider a hair band. I was a Metallica fan from way back then as well. Speaking of Grendel, will there be any more 6.5 Grendel videos coming soon? You know what? Just because of that, I'm going to put one out this week. Yeah, actually, I was loading 6.5 Grendel earlier today. It's ready to go. I'm going to be on the range tomorrow. Video coming soon, shooting some copper bullets. Yeah, can we get t-shirts "Don't Blow Your Face Off"? Maybe. If I can think of a design that isn't cringe. Everything I've ever thought of for that just makes me cringe inside out. I don't want to put out something cringe, bro. Or if it's cringe, I want to go full cringe. I want it to be, you know, Elite Tactical Warfighter Industries Enterprises LLC type feeling. Hope he says Motley Crue. That's a good one. Yeah. I did enjoy some Motley Crue. But this is all, like I say, this is... I was just a little bit too young to ever really connect with it. All right, I'm more Pantera, Tool, Rage Against the Machine. Those are my three favorite bands of all time, probably. And that kind of covers a lot of territory, kind of genre-wise. Heavy music was so good, man, back then. Got the belted brass in 6-arc when you push lever evolution over 29.5 grains with 105s and 109s. Yeah, I think it's, you know, we're just going to have to stick to that 52,000 PSI thing. I learned that if I got anything out of the Grendel that is applicable to the 6-arc, it's that, like, don't try to load it like an idiot. Right? I loaded absurd velocities, crazy pressures in the Grendel, and all I did was tear up brass. That's all I ever did. And it was not necessary. All right, I'm just going to have to scroll down a little bit. Sorry if I missed you. Don't blow your face off, Matt. Constant amount. Yes. You know, it's funny. Like, what was that mat company? I don't know if they're still around, but they sold the mats with like the pictures of the AR on them and all that crap and everything. Like, I reached out to them to get pricing on mats and, you know, bulk pricing and stuff and all that. They wanted nothing to do with me. The salesman I talked to was a douchebag. Giga douche. And like that would have been a really good that would have been a good partnership there. I could have sold them a crap ton of mats if they would have listened to me, understood who I was, and said, oh, you know, let's start making some reloading specific mats with reloading information on there and my branding. Like, we could have sold a crap ton of mats. Speaking of that, I need to get a new mat. I hope Midway still sells the ones that I liked. About bone. Yeah. I can dig some Bone Thugs in Harmony. Embrace the Cringe. Cinderella, Poison, Skid Row, Motley Crue, Warrant. Like, they're all okay. Like, I got no hate for them. It's just like they're just not my thing.
J Sage echoed super chatted $10. New .338 ARC upper fund.
Oh, good grief. What are you doing here? Thanks, Jay. I appreciate that very much. No promises on where that $10 is going. I just don't like 338 arc. Just seems like a really good way to use really expensive bullets. Like, what can it offer me that 300 Blackout doesn't? I don't know. Other than, like, every bullet I'm ever going to shoot through it is going to cost like $3. So cost is kind of my thing. I mean, it's cool. It's definitely cool, but... You like the silicone mats they sell to PC builders more? You know what? I haven't tried a silicone mat. That might not be a bad idea. But yeah, the foamy ones are bad, like you say, for collecting powder and brass, shavings and stuff. Like it's a nightmare. That's why I like those ones they were selling at Midway, because it's almost like a fabric top that was pretty easy to clean. But at this point, like it's 5 years old, all the rubber part underneath has just dissolved into, it's dried out and cracks and just about turned to dust at this point. Any advice on how to make powder ignite better when the case is not very full? I have an 8-pound jug of Power Pro 1200R since COVID and can't make it ignite well with whatever primer I've tried. Brother, I don't really have good info or any good advice there. You could try, case fillers are a thing, but like, man, that's kind of dangerous and weird, and be careful. But if you haven't found a powder, or if you haven't found a primer, try Magnum primers. You don't mention what cartridge you're talking about, but just really hot primers. Looks like my internet's about to drop. Okay, did the stream drop? Are we still alive? I don't think we're alive. Still got me so far. All right, maybe we're going to survive it. Definitely dropped a few frames there. Still here so far. All right, we're just gonna go for it. I'll just keep dropping some frames. But yeah, like, trying the hottest primers you can, maybe trying Magnum primers and stuff is really about your only option. Or buying a new rifle and a cartridge that is better suited and will have better case fill with that powder. It's a good reason to buy a gun. I got this big jug of powder, got to get rid of it somehow. Midway still sells the mats. They are awesome and ridiculously cheap. Yeah, that was one of the best things about them. It's like the cost seemed... Yeah, they've got a big Midway thing on them, so maybe it's half promotion, half selling you stuff, selling them a near cost or something. You look down and see that big Midway logo every day, then like, hey, maybe I should check out the website. I wonder what bullets are in stock. Seems like a good... business move. Want to try those Hornady 77 grain arrow match. Heard it was a Sierra Match King clone. Anyone have luck with it? I heard about them just in the last stream. Somebody was telling me about them. So I'll be trying those as well, by God. That's the quickest way to sell me a bullet. It's be like, hey, I got a 22 caliber 77 grain bullet. I'll take it. I don't care what the shape is. I'll take it. We'll try it. Do I typically order my supplies, or do I have a local gun shop that is actually stocked? I've got a couple gun shops that have got some stuff, or sometimes I'll make a little day trip to Cincinnati or Columbus, Ohio. but I don't have anything really close. Like, just, yeah, it's at least an hour drive to find anything. So usually, well, and especially, I was ordering a lot, so I would generally end up ordering off of, Midway or Mid-South or something like that. .338 arc and seven backcountry are not happening. Move along. Why are you being mean? You ain't got to be mean to people. Dang. Let's let them keep their hopes up. Use some cast bullets in the .338 arc. I never had, a great, like, I need to go back and figure out how to load cast bullets in 300 blackout, for crying out loud. You remember, God, man, those were some crazy videos where getting all that insane leading in the chamber. Like, yeah, I had some lead problems in 300 blackout, and just kind of ended up abandoning it. But at some point, I need to go back and see what the community has learned and try and get better at bullet casting. I don't have a lot of bullet casting experience. Pretty much all of my bullet casting experiences is what was on the channel, and then a lot of those videos got removed whenever they kind of banned bullet casting. Got a cutting mat on your desk? Maybe some ballistic gel testing on some 308 Lehigh versus Makers versus Barnes. Deer season's a good ways away, man. We've got time. That's what I'm saying. Like, this year, I'm hunting with copper. That's all there is to it. So how much work it's going to take to get the confidence to do that, I don't know. But it'll be right here. We'll do it in videos. We'll do some ballistic gel testing as well. Oh, the days of case filler videos. Yeah, like we tried cream of wheat at one point as a case filler. Good time. Ethan Rawls late to the party. Any 6 arc coming? Yes, coming soon. My next video is going to be a 6.5 Grendel. The one after that is going to be a 6.5 Creedmoor, and then after that, probably 6 arc. Large heavy bullet.
Nitrox Scott became a member.
Hey, thanks, Nitro. Appreciate you, brother. The 338 arc and 7 BC boys are filtering in. Get the spray bottle. It might be time to. We might have to start. Might have to start up a run of Metroid Dread. Get berries to introduce 338. Ryan had no idea we were so close in age. Yep, I'm young enough to be cool, but old enough to have a lot of gray hair. I'm cool, right? Somebody tell me I'm cool. I'm pretty lame. I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kind of lame. I'm getting old. When I did that 24-hour live, I was bumping some bone. Like, damn, but then realized you said you were from Ohio. I'm not from Ohio. I'm from West Virginia. I just currently live in Kentucky. I lived in Ohio for a while. I love Ohio. I got love for Ohio. Gigadouche has entered a lot of people's vocabulary, it seems. That's good. It's a good word. An outstanding word. Do I think these prices will come down anytime soon? No. Prices only go up, my friend. Only go up. If they can't keep crap in stock at these prices, they'll probably just be like, yeah, let's just keep raising prices until we get things back on a shelf in stock. All right, supply clearly cannot keep up with demand, therefore prices should raise. That's like basic capitalism, right? I'm cool. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. Even if it's a lie, I appreciate it, man. A lot of 78 models up in here. It was the perfect time to be born, period. Little kids during the 80s. Got to listen to the Fat Boys in like first grade, second grade, beatboxing. Yeah, like we lived in the greatest time. I won't regret the Garmin, but the market has some competition coming that might drive the price down soon. That's good to hear. Didn't Caldwell put one out? I don't think it's as small as the Garmin or whatever, but isn't there a Caldwell radar out now? And if so, what's the price on that guy? Anybody liking that one? Yeah, I'd love to see prices come down on those. Why am I looking at solid copper for hunting? Just curious. Because, one day they're going to ban lead, and I want to be ready. The new Garmin clone from Athlon for $350 shipping in April, supposedly. Yeah, see, that's good reason not to buy one. Yet. Just hold off. Wait on the market to stabilize. 96 model, that's when all of us 78s, or some of us, graduated high school. Never seen Metroid Dread. Let's get this party started. The Fat Boys are back, and they could never be whacked. Exactly, man. That was my anthem. First grade, second grade, whatever. We rolled straight from the Fat Boys into MC Hammer. MC Hammer was not lame at all when you were 8 or 10 years old. But, then the white boy showed up and it was all over. We weren't allowed in the hip-hop community anymore. At least for a good long while. Garmin's worth every penny, but it's a lot of pennies. Would have enjoyed it being half the cost, but still shocked it wasn't 1K. Like they're Garmin. Like they should be able to drop prices down. If it really is pretty cheap to produce. Yeah, Beastie Boys. Love the Beastie Boys. I know every word to Paul Revere. I know all of you do too. But it was Vanilla Ice that screwed it all up. Like everything was going great. Everything was going great. And then Vanilla Ice showed up. We were screwed. Alright, I need to practice a little bit. So let's start a little bit of practice. There's a couple tricks that I need to check out. I should probably go to the bathroom rather than just sitting here thinking, wow, I need to pee. Hey, take it easy, Bobby. Got a 66 model. We're all babies. Oh, okay. This trick is called backdoor flash. There's an item called flash shift on the other side of this door. And we got a bomb jump. Not like that. Been giving me a lot of problems. Almost had it. See, it's a rhythm trick, and I do not have the rhythm right now. Hey, take it easy, Michael. Holy crap. Mole's Dead knows a guy whose son worked at Garmin, picked one up at a discount price of $362. Awesome purchase. Backdoor Flash was your name in college? Come on. See, this is the problem. Like, I can sit here for a minute and start getting it consistently, but it's like, this is like 30 minutes into the run, and you need to just run in here and nail it, like first try. This is probably not the best trick to try with completely not warmed up, not ready, not anything. You like that? Yeah, it's a Switch. This is a Switch game. Luckily, it looks like the Switch 2 is coming out this year, and all the old games are mostly going to go forward. So it'll be interesting to see how this game runs on the Switch 2 and whether it's faster or not. It'd be nice to drop some of the load times. This game has a lot of pretty excessive load times, elevator trips and all that crap. Move to another trick. There's just a couple tricks I need to test out before we start running anything. All right, see you later, Jixer. Take it easy, Ojive. We're running everybody off with our video gaming. Just inherited a bunch of old powders. Most I think is usable, but some is iffy. Yeah, like, you know, you can smell it. Any weird discoloration. Like a lot of my grandfather's old stuff that I ended up having to get rid of, like a lot of it was like discolored, and some of the caps were rusty, and some weird crystallized weird crap had gone on there. Like usually when it's bad, it's pretty obvious, luckily. What am I doing? Oh no, I want to die. Okay, not yet. This trick's called short boost. Screw attack short boost, and it's the one that makes people the most angry. You get it? All this old man talks make me want to dust off old copy of Quake. How about some Goldeneye? Dude, there is a massive GoldenEye speedrunning community. It's one of the, or it's a very popular speedrunning game. They've optimized every single level. All right. Let me go hit the bathroom. That's what I need. Okay, I'm back. Are you the only 22-year-old in the chat? Probably so, man. Reloading's an old man activity for the most part. Oh, didn't work. Did I pee in the trash can? Jeez. Almost had it there. Maybe I did. I got a piss jug right here next to the computer. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I was looking over at chat. You don't keep a piss jug handy. What are you doing with your life? What am I aiming for? Like my short-term goal, or are you talking about like with this trick or in general? Like my time goal is a 1:15. I want to get a 1:15 here pretty soon. Right now my best time is a 1:16:38. But with this trick, I'm trying to get speed booster in an area where that's too short to get speed booster. So the trick is called short boost. So this move right here is called flash shift. And if you cancel a flash shift in the middle, like a normal single flash shift takes you that far. But if you cancel it halfway, it does some weird stuff. So like I need to cancel the flash shift halfway and then take off running at a very, very specific point. So I'll show you. Hey, what's up, Fallen Angel? And then this is a pause buffer. So if you hit pause, and then you hit the map button, and then you select a different map, the game kind of freaks out a little bit. It's trying to load all this map data, so it gives you a little bit of extra run speed even. So now if I press down and then hit B, it didn't work. Let me try that one more time. I'm dead. I'm alive. Okay. That was called an airwalk. You get an airwalk and fall off the ledge whenever you were just a couple of frames too fast with your run input. Very aggravating. My hands are too cold. I need to play just a little bit regular just to kind of get my brain in the right mode, maybe. Not sure why I keep missing this. I'm still using my red turret press. Midway has spare turrets on sale right now for $50. That's a pretty smoking good deal. Central Florida housing market makes you think you'd be a great camper. Don't think that's going to work. Try it. It did work. Hit the wrong button. I'm not supposed to take off flying like that. Am I meaning to go back into the ice room? Yes. So like here, I'm slowly dying, so I've got to do that part quickly and then come in here and get enough health to survive for another attempt. Alright, this is a good one. Then I go over here, lay a bomb, roll over here, and then get up there. And then at the end of that bonk, I flash over to there, and then I'm able to go to the tunnel up top. Alright, let's... just try a little bit of general warm-up. Tried cornmeal and black powder for a filler. For a filler, not bad. Strange smell. Yeah, I've heard it works. We tried it in 300 Blackout, and I ended up with a gas system completely full of cream of wheat, which, you know, pretty close to cornmeal. Really like to get a K31 along with a bunch of other Milsurp rifles. They're pretty cool. Fun to shoot. I just wish my eyesight was better. If you're one of those young people that has good eyesight, enjoy shooting open sights while you can, man. Don't waste your time staring through a 24 power scope. Shoot something fun and use open sights. Hey, take it easy, Conan. Thanks for stopping by, brother. Probably should have started the clock just in case. This trick's a pain in the ass too. Protect your hearing while you're at it. That's true as well. Luckily my hearing's still pretty good. Don't have the angle. Actually, there's a new trick I've been trying to learn. I'll show you guys real quick. That was stupid. Went the wrong way. Wasn't supposed to fall there. +1 on the hearing. I had really great eyesight until about 35 maybe. And my eyesight's still not that bad. It's just, I have astigmatism, which sucks, and then just kind of, I've got bifocals now. I need to look into it more. I need to talk to my optometrist. I'm actually due for for an appointment. I need to. I don't know. What do shooters do? Like shooters that need bifocals that want to get good corrective lenses. I don't. Do they make that? Like when you're looking through sights, open sights at a target, like there's no way to bifocal that, right? I mean, I don't know if it's possible to correct. You just got to pick, do you want to see your sights or do you want to see your target? Hey Dustin, I got good news, brother. I loaded some 6.5 Grendel today. I'm going to shoot it on the range tomorrow, and there will be a video later this week. Got some copper bullets I've been wanting to shoot as potential hunting options. So be on the lookout. Yep, definitely going to be loading more Grendel. LASIK, yeah. The problem, like my eyesight never stabilized. You know, it gets worse every single time I go to the optometrist. Every year it's worse. And I think, can they do, maybe, if the LASIK could just fix the astigmatism, like I feel like I could deal with the other stuff, you know? That's you see the targets or the sights. Yep. I really enjoy shooting open sights. Feels like an accomplishment when you put a group together, you know? Am I planning on hunting this year? Absolutely. Absolutely. There'll be a whole, well, I mean, I guess this would officially be the first lead-up video for it, but going to be videos about working up a load and what I'm going to hunt with, and maybe even some hunting integrated into a video like I did. We might make some venison sticks again. All the good stuff. I've just got to get motivated. I've got to get on a roll. I've got to get it normal to do videos, to do lots of videos. And I'm feeling it right now. I hope it stays. I hope it sticks. I hope this is it. I hope we're back. Managed to hit a steel target at 500 yards with your Grand once. It's a good feeling. Put a great group together with that Swiss. I was very happy with that. I was very, very happy. Like, I feel like I can shoot AR sights better, you know, standard AR open sights, better than I can either Mosin sights or the Swiss sights. They're just a little bit bigger, a little bit more crude, but a big part of it is the target. Like that, it's worth buying a package of those NRA SR1 targets if you're shooting at 100 yards. You know, there's a million different NRA targets. But that black bullseye on that, it's perfect for aiming. All right, let's start an actual run. See if we can get going. We might reset 3 or 4 times until I get warmed up, but time to get going. We're already 2 hours into the stream. I haven't even run yet. I was hoping to get through 2 runs. And then it's like an hour and 16 minutes at best. So this might be a 5-hour stream. are my videos monetized? Like, maybe half of them. Pretty much every video I upload gets immediately limited. And then I ask for a manual review, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. This trick sucks so bad. Is this Contra? Yep. Got the Konami code in. Got our 30 lives. We're ready to rock. Man, I loved Contra as a kid. "20 seconds behind." Sorry, this is just kind of a warm-up. Probably reset here in a few seconds. Need to get just need to get some feeling in my fingers. What I should do is warm up and then go back and test and practice those tricks I was practicing a few minutes ago, but
uploading data.
XBR and AR comp have been good in the Grendel. Yeah, I'm about out of AR comp, or I am out of AR comp, but I am shooting 8208 XBR in the video I'm working on. Shooting 4 powders. I just picked powders that Barnes had on their load data. Was let's see, H335, 8208 XBR. Ram shot. What was that ram shot powder? My brain's fuzzy right now. I'm shooting, yeah, Reloader 15 and ram shot. X-Term, or not ram shot. It's Accurate 2230 is the same stuff. Yes, I realize what I just said was not really that coherent. That's okay. The hardest thing to do in this game is not grab ledges. Yeah, Ramshot X-Terminator. That's what it was. I'd actually planned to shoot Ramshot TAC first, but they didn't have TAC on their load data, and they did have X-Terminator, so. I only had a little bit of X-Terminator left, so it was kind of nice to just get the can emptied. Nothing worse than having a bunch of cans with like 20% full laying around. Feels good to empty them and get them in the trash can every once in a while. Did I get the game originally to speedrun? Kind of. Like, whenever this had come out, I was already kind of into watching speedrunners sometimes, and I like to watch like Oats and Goats play Super Metroid. I would watch Super Metroid. Then this game was announced, and I was like, okay, here it is. I suck at games. I'm terrible, but this is one game I'm going to learn, and yeah, this is my game. So I kind of went into it hoping to, at the very least, be able to complete the route that the speedrunners run. Because that's what's frustrating about like Super Metroid is you got to be good to even take the route that they take for world record. You know, kind of the world record route. And that was my goal, was like to be good enough speedrunning this game to be able to do the world record route. Whatever that always is. I just always hope that I'm good enough to keep up with that. That way I can watch speedruns and kind of know what's going on, or you know, what parts are actually difficult and what parts only kind of look difficult. Come on. That was not ideal. For the old eyes and bifocals, move the bifocal higher in the lens. Yeah, I guess if you did have it in a place where you could kind of bring your head up a little bit and get your side alignment, and then bring your head down a little bit where you can see the target to get your sight picture. The target is definitely always blurry. You know, even when I had good eyesight, you know, and they always tell you that, or at least, you know, in the military they always told us, right, your front sight post is what you want to be truly focused on. But like, what am I doing? All right, I'm just about warmed up. The yeah, you know, the front sight post is the one that's perfectly clear, and then, you know, your target's a little bit fuzzy. But when your eyes get bad, man, that fuzzy target gets so damn fuzzy that you just can't get a sight picture. You can't tell where your front sight post is really at on that bullseye. So it just gets a little bit frustrating. All right, reset the clock. Try and do this thing for real. The other big problem is you kind of get into a reset loop where you're just constantly resetting, and then you never play the late game, and you get super rusty at the late game. That's not good. Sometimes you need to finish runs even though they suck, just so that you get reps through the late game. Talking about pistol red dots. Dude, I love red dots. That's the one thing I can kind of... I can see and shoot pretty well with a red dot. Oops. Get through this quickly. That's not the worst ever. We got 130. Okay. This might be a start. Where's your head? Oh, booger eater. All right. That's a good start. Good enough. We can work with this. Hey, Bill. Thanks, Duke.
Uploading data. First try on that jump, that's good. Should be saving a little bit more time, hopefully. Get up this one. Got it. You know, back to my plans with this game whenever it first came out and I first started playing it, it took me a couple of weeks to beat it for the first time. I had so much trouble with the bosses. I had never played kind of a modern game with modern bosses and the way most of them... Yeah, it was so hard. And my first playthrough of the game was a 100% item completion.
I wanted to get every item in the game, and a lot of those are related to puzzles. Like there's a bunch of puzzles in this game as well. So, yeah, it took an embarrassingly long time. It was a lot of fun. Haven't had a Verner's in years. I haven't had a Verner's in years. Love a good Verner's.
Uploading data.
Here in Kentucky, they got this crap called L8. It's mouse piss compared to Verner's. You ask me. Any Kentuckians in the chat probably call me a heretic, but come on. That was a bit of a mess. I think it used to be kind of pretty super local, but I think it's regional. You know, you can get it around some places, but definitely not nationwide, I don't think. Hey, E-Double. I have already loaded the ammo for a 6.5 Grendel video. I'm going to be on the range with it tomorrow, hoping to have the video out later this week. At the latest next weekend. And that's only if I run into some problems. Shooting some solid copper bullets, some Barnes, and some cavity back bullets in 6.5 Grendel. Yeah, I remember Crystal Pepsi from the original release. It was pretty good, like you said, it was just weird. Yeah, so far the loading's gone really smooth. I hope the range experience is similarly smooth like the Swiss was. Come on, I keep messing that up. What just happened? That was weird. Got through it okay. Backup strategies. Regional like Yingling. Isn't that stuff everywhere now? Didn't somebody bought them and took them nationwide? Not the worst stuff ever. Curious about the TAC TX? Yeah, I'm shooting the 100 grain TAC TX. Or no, it's the TTSX. There's a TAC TX I'm shooting in the Creedmoor in my next video. But for the Grendel, yeah, I've just got the TTSX. Had him forever, too. Just never shot him. A lot of what I need to do is just get through a lot of old projects that never happened. You know, I've got components for stuff that just never shot. Alright, low on health, making all sorts of mistakes. Gotta focus. You can get there fast enough. Dang it. I need health. That was not fast. Those were not speedrunner strats right there. Oh, I thought I'd get there fast enough. Gotcha. Suck it. I'll at least play this up until the atom skip trick. It's coming up here in just a second. I need to practice it anyway. If I don't get it in a reasonable time, we'll reset. Got it. That's not the one I was talking about. But that's another weird trick. Shoot that button up there through the wall. Hey, Battle Chemist. All right, here we go. Next room. Second try is excellent. Second try is pretty good. I should probably go ahead and finish this split and see how far behind we actually are. It's going to be a lot. But starting to feel good. Starting to feel warmed up. Tell you what, if somebody comes out with something called 300 hair, I will shoot that. I will be first in line for a barrel. Ouch. Ouch. Comes with a comb and a comb riser. Our snowpack is finally just about gone. Poor cat's got to spend a little bit of time outside now. But it was interesting to see in the snow, a lot of coyote tracks. I should really get out there and try and get rid of some of them. For some reason, Kentucky doesn't allow... What am I doing? Point up. That was off. For some reason, Kentucky doesn't allow rifles at night. So, like all the cool thermals and stuff for night hunting predators, I don't really get to enjoy any of that. But calling in some coyotes during the day would be fun. Start doing drone drops. Actually, I need to do shotgun videos and call them drone defense rounds. Lots of views, I'm sure. I cannot believe I'm only 24 seconds behind. Ow. It's just constant mistakes right now. Shoot the block. Oh, you know what? I don't know if they allow air quote pistols. That's a good question. Build an AR pistol in 6-arc. Get Massey on it. I bet I could get an interview with Massey. You guys want me to talk to Massey? Kind of breaks my staying out of politics rules, but... Ow. Screwed that up. Like the no politics rule? Yeah, I'm with you. Only semi-politics? Yeah, we could just be like, I want to see all the guns that were in that Christmas card photo that pissed everybody off, and we'll take them on the range. All right, let's start over. We're warmed up now, by God. I'm really shocked I wasn't further behind. So let's just not make any mistakes whatsoever. Get like a 114. Hey, thanks, Alex. Appreciate that. Slingshot hunting at night for coyotes. Full length barrel for the 6-arc pistol. No, the law doesn't apply to shotguns. It's just no high-powered rifles at night is what I thought. We were just wondering if there was a pistol loophole. There we go, 7.6 seconds ahead. Deal with that. Hey, thanks, Elizabeth. I think I've got enough brass right now. I need to look. I haven't even looked into it, to be quite honest with you. I really appreciate that offer. Yeah, is there a max barrel length for a AR pistol? Can I just shoot my 18? Damn it. Missing that jump. Oh no. There. Okay, that's not good. No golden times yet? I don't know, man. Maybe we can bust out a gold split. That would be nice. Hey Ed, how's it going? Okay, we're green. Hey Alex, yeah, posted a new video yesterday and should have another one coming later this week. Trying to get back into things. Only applies to public land. That's good. It might have changed. And if so, that's good news. I guess now I gotta buy some thermal stuff. Alright, good. We're through there. Ever shoot USPSA? No. Just haven't really had a nearby range that I've been a member of to shoot much of any matches. Almost got a gold split there, I think. Hey, thanks, Caleb. Get up there. Ow. Okay, just after 6 minutes at this switch, that's good. We're moving, just got to keep it going. Get back to Adam Skip, get through that. Damn it. I get the parts that feel like they're automatic. I look over at chat and then look back and it's like, oh, you're
Uploading data.
making a mess of this thing. Oh, first try there. That's good. That's very good. I usually waste at least a few seconds there. That wasn't perfect. That's okay. Should still be ahead. Hey, take it easy, Romeo. Glad you could stop by. Barely ahead. You know, I obsess over every second here in the early game, and I literally have minutes to save later on in the game, so it's really kind of dumb. The way my crazy brain works, though. Crap. Gotta reset. If I can get the back up here. Get up there. It's too slow. Hey Travis, good to see you, man. Yeah, the whole, like, we just started playing games here in the last 30 minutes or so, so you kind of want to hear the normal reloading talk and question and answer stuff. First 2 or 3 hours, yeah, first 2 hours or so of the stream was pretty much just that. You know, a lot of folks don't really have any interest in the gaming, and that's totally fine. The idea was supposed to be like game a little bit and talk at the same time, but I get engrossed in chat. You guys are pretty interesting, fun to talk to, so. 2025 is going to be our year, right? Whole community is going to start reloading again. Dust off all the old equipment. Pull out the old guns. I appreciate that, Travis. Ow. Man, I'm missing all of them. What, AR-10 barrel and 6.5 Creedmoor? The good news with Creedmoor is there's a really good chance you're going to get a good barrel no matter who you go with. Because the cartridge is still reasonably new and people haven't had time to screw it up like they have 308. So I've got the ballistic advantage and I'm happy with its performance.
Uploading data.
Need a par time. Yeah. It's very, like, you know, you sit down and you always think, all right, no resets today, man. I'm just going to run them through. I need practice, need to see the whole game. And then, like, you make a mistake so stupid that you're like, come on, man, I can't keep running this. Hopefully we can get on one here. On my last stream, the last run we ran ended up being my new personal best. So the odds of that happening again are pretty low. It doesn't always go your way, but problem is I've been reloading and that's taken my attention away from playing this godforsaken game. So it's all good. That's really the only way, like, consistency only comes through lots of reps. Playthrough after playthrough after playthrough. It's easy to get rusty. And it's easy for stupid mistakes to creep back in. All right, on the Switch, right at 6. We're moving pretty good. Speedrun Metroid 2. There are a lot of the the Game Boy Advance Metroid titles. I've never played them.
Uploading data.
I need to get an emulator up and running on my computer so I can play a lot of that older crap. Actually, I think Metroid 2 is in the Switch. You know, you can play it on the Switch, I think. Come on. You have got to be kidding me. What happened to that first try, like the last run? That was a solid 10 seconds lost. Hey, thanks, Morris. Appreciate it. Yep, lost a lot of time there. Come on. Night is not the night. Why did I do that? That was the second time I've done that. I don't think I've literally ever made that mistake before. Metroid 2 is better on the Super Game Boy, so you can at least see it bigger on TV. Yeah. Hey, thanks, Prometheus. Appreciate that. All right, I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. Be right back. You know, it wasn't until I got up, I realized I'm freezing to death. Got a little space heater going now. We're going to be very comfortable. All right, reset the timer. What are you freaks talking about? Take it easy there, fallen angel. See you later. Anyone ever found a bullet in 223 that wouldn't stabilize in a 1 in 8 twist barrel? Looking to upgrade your PSA barrel on your AR. 77's always shot fine in my 1 in 8 twist barrel, and some of the 80s. Need a little warning there. What, the voice is too loud? Just came out of nowhere at you. Wake up. Wake up. Came out of nowhere at you. Tell you what I could do is, now that I feel like I'm warmed up, I could go back to my practice areas, the areas that I definitely need to practice, and make sure I can get through them okay. That's the problem. Even if I do get past the areas we've been working on here for the last little bit, there's this godforsaken trick, this backdoor flash trick, and then the short boost trick. I feel like I've lost a lot of consistency lately, especially with these. Got to be a whole lot faster than that. No, I never did get my own 22-250. Not get the rhythm tonight. And then sometimes the door just doesn't want to open. Favorite powders for 308 Winchester. They're really a lot of the same powders, you know, for 223 and lots of other stuff. Like, it's hard to go wrong with well, 8208 XBR we were talking about earlier. Some AR comp. Some man. Varget, yeah, Varget is an absolute favorite choice of most people. H4895. You can go old school, IMR 4895. IMR 4064. Really, like, half of the powder market is made for all of your cartridges in that size. You know, speaking of Vitavori, everybody's been bringing up how Vitavori, yeah, they're N140 or N540. Both of those are good. Yep, CFE 223. You've got AR Comp H4895 and CFE 223. Those are three of the, like, everybody should try all three of those. Like, those are good choices. go practice something else. How's the trick supposed to work? Like, you've got to... Like, that's a pressure platform, so if you stand on the platform, the door closes. So you're trying to bomb jump from bomb to bomb to bomb to bomb, without touching the ground long enough so that the door opens and you can go through it. But it's pretty tricky about the bomb placement and the timing. It's enough to drive you crazy. It's one of those tricks, like, you learn it and you're good at it for a while, and then all of a sudden you lose your rhythm and it feels like you're back at square one. But I'm so bad at it right now, and have been for the last few days. I did some runs on Friday. What is Monday? Yeah, Friday, and then Saturday. And I was there for a couple of minutes trying to get through that stupid door, and never going to get a good time when that's happening. All right, first try there. A couple other jumps over here that I want to check. Did you bomb jump across the gap and never press the pressure plate? Unfortunately, you can't. Unfortunately, you can't. Or at least the community hasn't found that technique yet. Or that technique that would work. See, this one right here that I'm failing over and over. This is an easy one. Like, this is, no one else has problems with this. Just me. I just suck in particular. Lay a bomb right on the water line and then jump up and morph. It's enough to drive you crazy. Yeah, like that. Except don't fall back in the water. Kind of like that. Try this one more time. Tonight it's just not the night, probably. No matter how good of an early game I get, we're just going to get to this part, or these later parts, and screw it up, so I don't know if there's any point. Got that part first try again. Hey, Evan. Appreciate that. Holy shit, first time through both legs of that. Maybe we do need to go start a run. All right, I don't even remember I don't even remember what this file is for practicing. Yeah, Mike, it's been really, really cold around here for a while. Luckily, it's finally warmed up a little bit. I'm going to be on the range tomorrow and supposed to have some decent weather. Hey, Glenn. A little late there. Looked over at chat. Shouldn't have done that. Try this again. Too late. Nope. Got it. Then fucked it up. God dang. Try this again. Powder recommendations for 300 blackout subsonics in a 6-inch barrel. Tons of H110. Lots of other fast medium burn pistol powders and a little trail boss. What is it? Accurate number 9? Is that right? I always get 7 and 9 mixed up. I think accurate number 9 is the one that I've particularly liked in my pistol. My barrel's a little bit longer, but God. Again with this crap. LT30. You know what? I've actually got some LT30 that I never really did any proper tests with. I definitely should. Like the LT30 because it's a little bulkier, good case fill for consistent SD. Yeah, plus it's it's an extruded powder, so you're going to have more consistent ignition, I would imagine. I bet it's less position sensitive. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. My first, but actually, I've got some Vitivory N120. I've got N110 and N120, which I think both work for Blackout as well. But I haven't tested a lot with N120, so maybe an LT30 and N120 video might be fun. I wish I could remember for sure which accurate it was. I think it's accurate number 9. But I have definitely noticed that it's, the case fill is nothing. It's a very fast burning powder, so charge weights are very small, and there's not very good case fill, and it's very position sensitive. Like if you're standing with your barrel pointed at the ground for a while and then come up, your velocity's going to get weird. Well, 1680, I've learned a little bit of a lesson. 1680, Winchester 296, those powders are great. But especially a 6-inch barrel, you're going to be blowing a whole lot of unburned powder out of the barrel. So it definitely works, and works well, but it's noticeably louder as well than some of the faster burning stuff in the short barrels. Like for, if you're shooting a 16-inch barrel or whatever, 1680, Winchester 296, be great. CFE Black, that's another good one. About pipe bombed an AR with 110 VMAX and bookload of H110. Wow. Would I recommend CFE Black or H110 or something else for subs in a 10.5? That's what I've got is a 10.5. And, at that point, you're kind of, in the middle. You're long enough to deal with the slow powders, right? You don't. Yeah, you're good to go, definitely. I mean, honestly, everybody's good to go with CFE Black or H110 or a Winchester or an accurate 1680. So definitely work. And 10.5, that's enough barrel length probably to get a complete burn. Shooters roll Blackout, won't burn in subloads. Unburned powder turns yellow, pretty strange. You mean like it won't even ignite? Because that's like I've seen that as well. Like some of those old Creedmoor loads that I was loading, trying to induce hang fires. The ones that wouldn't go off whenever you took it apart, or whenever you tore them apart and looked at the powder. Right around the primer, it had turned yellow. Pretty weird, man. I feel like I've learned, I've got some stuff that I learned later on that I could go back and reapply to 300 Blackout. About powder choice, about trying to get ignition more consistently, trying to fight against the position sensitivity, that you deal with sometimes. So no shortage of video topics, no shortage of ideas. Want to know about Vitivory? Yeah, like they're awesome. They've always been awesome, but yeah, they were just too expensive. Now everything's expensive, and Vitivory's just as cheap as anything else, or cheaper. So you're never ever taking the crappy route, choosing a Vitivory powder, you know, like choosing the appropriate Vitivory powder. It's good stuff. Like their 500 line, like Vitivory N540 is probably my favorite 223 powder. Like I think it won the, you know, Mark 262 cloning series. Velocities were crazy. The accuracy was good. Yeah, Chunky, that's very true. H110 Winchester 296 are outstanding supersonic powders. Like you're not going to get better velocity out of anything. Plus, with the nice full case of powder, you know, the ignition problems, which I never actually had ignition problems with H110 in subs, but it's definitely good in supers, you know, with a nice full case. Yeah, Thorzax, I had forgotten that it got discontinued. 4320. I know a lot of people liked it. I think it got discontinued and then brought back at one point, right? Now it's discontinued again. So, you know, maybe it'll come back around again one of these days. Yeah, Battle Chemist, I feel the same way. Vitivory powders is like Lapua Brass. You know that's going to work. No one's going to question your choice. Nobody's like, oh my god, you use Vitivory? Really? Was there nothing better? Like, no. It's never happening, ever. You know, the best they used to be able to do is like, God, I'm not paying that. We're all paying that now. Robert needs to explore 300 hammer. Good luck. Yeah, I think H110 is really popular in 450 Bushmaster and those types of cartridges. Isn't it a big 350 Legend? Isn't that what they mainly use in that as well? Can't find anything good for 300 hammer. Wasn't it Vitivory N550 that you had hang fires with in 6.5 Creedmoor? No, no way. That was ball powder. I don't think I had. Yeah, I'd have to go back and look. I'd be shocked if that was the case. All right, one last attempt to get a run started here. Just a rough night, man. I'm not feeling it. My brain's on reloading, which is good, which is very good, but it's at the detriment of my Metroid Dread skills right now. I was at the bench all day today. Got some Grendel loaded up and ready to go. Going to be shooting it tomorrow. It is 10 p.m. Holy moly. I did not realize it had gotten that late. How did it get that late? Where did the time go?
So I want that I this, but you made their one fun.
Trying to do the math in my head. Like, we started at 6:30. I guess that was 3.5 hours ago. Time flies when you're having fun, etc. Ouch. Come on. Got my fingers. Going in the wrong areas there. Take it easy, Michael. Thanks for stopping by. Got 6 pounds of little gun. Everybody said it, but yeah, like I think that was lore from the 357 Magnum world or something. I think little gun. Yeah, it had a bad reputation. I never shot a whole lot of it either. But I never had any personal experience with it that would, you know, make me think it sucked. Just what everybody said. Good grief. That wasn't good. It was N550 and match burners that gave me hang fires. Huh, interesting. I'll have to go back and watch that. Like, I literally cannot even remember that experience. I think it was low case fill and super cold. I mean, it is, their 500 series are double base powders, which aren't quite as easy to ignite as the single base stuff, if I'm remembering correctly. Ramshot's description of exterminate. Yeah, I'm not even playing the game. I'm done with that tonight. I'm trying to read paragraphs and play at the game at the same time. It just doesn't happen. Maybe Hank fires with. Now, like, I know there was a period where, you know, I was trying to get hang fires. I'll have to go back and watch that. Ramshot's description of Exterminator says it's good in some big straight wall pistol cases. Been curious if it would be any good for 450. Maybe without, I don't know. I don't know anything about that cartridge really. Seems like a pretty slow powder for that. Like, cause it's a little bit faster than H335. Do you guys use 335 in the 450 Bushmaster? Need to get GRT and or quick load. You know. .5 Creedmoor in my AR-10. I'll have to go back and look at that. They're still in the compass. Those were pretty early videos. Yeah, I loved Elvis Ammo. He made a little comeback there at one point, didn't he? Did he leave again? Always enjoyed his stuff. All right, folks. I think that's it for tonight. We've gone long enough. The gaming was bad. The discussion was excellent, though. Appreciate you guys hanging out, talking with me. If you joined late and didn't hear, my next video is already in progress. Got the ammo loaded today. It's some 6.5 Grendel. I'm going to be on the range with it tomorrow. After I finish that video, I'm moving on to a Creedmoor video. Very similar concept with some copper bullets. So it should be at least 2 more coming here really, really quick. And then after that, I don't have any solid plans. Lots and lots of ideas, but no solid plans. Kill Tony's on air. You know what? That's a good point. I forgot all about that. I generally don't watch it the premiere. I always catch it a day or two later, it seems like. That way I can skip forward. Like there's some of the regulars I don't like them. Don't want to listen to them, but I just like watching the people that suck. It's kind of fun hearing people try to be funny and failing miserably. 6.5 Creedmoor. Yep, next video is 6.5 Grendel, and then the one after that will be 6.5 Creedmoor, the AR-10. So it's Grendel in the AR-15, and then Creedmoor in the AR-10 will be up next. Rebuilt your entire kitchen sink during this stream. I'm glad I could keep you company during your job there. Yeah, I need to drive down to Texas and get on Kill Tony. Exactly. Alright, guys. Well, I'll probably do another live stream soon. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a regularly scheduled weekly live stream. Because this, you know, it's helpful to stay engaged. I need to try and stay engaged. So, yeah, might